What if I told you that a man's entire world completely collapsed due to a single hidden camera after he waited outside a prison for 6 years in silence, winter, and controversy? True. Reports state that Papoose, the loyalty king himself, collapsed when he saw the one thing he never thought he would see in his lifetime. Eazy The Block Captain and Remy Ma in bed together. Not in a studio, not in a fantasy, not on stage, not in a hotel room with sheets on. And now the awful video has just surfaced. What was to have been a quiet getaway turned into a degrading public gathering. Did Eazy really think no one would notice? Have you? Is Remy forgetting that there are cameras everywhere now? More important, how long has Papoose been in the dark about the situation? If this leaked movie is real, which all the evidence points to, we're talking about more than just cheating. We're talking about the most significant betrayal in hip-hop romance history. Stay right there because what you're going to hear is going to transform your life. Let's get one thing clear. It's not just drama. The same folks who used to give us black love goals and Instagram couple therapy videos are back with a full-fledged work of deceit. But now, that picture-perfect frame is fractured and broken, and the pieces are tangled in debate because wait a minute. Just now, someone was caught in the most embarrassing gist possible. Remy Ma, the block commander, said, "Eazy, a hotel, a bed, and an HD security camera. Let me tell you the scene. Our Brooklyn-born ride or die, Papoose, has been holding Remy Ma accountable since the mixtape era. Throughout her imprisonment, court cases, infidelity charges, disagreements, and bar fights, he stood by her side. This person didn't just stay. He crafted her comeback. This, however, is not a mixtape beef. Papoose seems to have been shown this 4,000 video of the treachery in the bedroom, as if it were a movie he had never tried out for. According to an unnamed insider, Rico, we're just going to order room service because the entire episode took place in a fancy penthouse apartment in downtown Atlanta. That kind of suite that costs more than your rent and has "Do Not Disturb" inscribed permanently on the headboard and sheets. Remy was reportedly in town for a private business meeting. Celebrities use that mysterious expression when they are going to get caught doing something they should never be doing. You know who happened to be in the same city? Unwind, Block Captain. Fans were already suspicious of the same person when Remy started to influence him as though she were preparing for much more than a rap battle. Remember those that were uncomfortable interviews whereby Remy was asked about Eazy. Suddenly, she was unable to speak. Now it all makes sense because Papoose was apparently at home creating content for his latest book launch, trying to rebrand Black Love After Literal War, while Remy and Eazy were purportedly revamping positioning plans in a king-sized bed that night. But wait, it gets worse. The security film, which was allegedly captured from the penthouse hallway camera, shows Remy arriving alone just before midnight. She's wearing all black and may be seen on video with her face hidden in a sweatshirt. 22 minutes later, Eazy shows up with a phone and a negative attitude. For the next 7 hours, they stay in the room. No workers showed up, no delivery, and no, well, maybe they were just talking about lyrics. Maybe they were just tired. Sure, and maybe that leaked audio clip of Eazy whispering was part of a new freestyle. Let's not be stupid. This wasn't a writing session. It was an erasing session. Erasing vows, erasing trust, erasing every ounce of loyalty Papoose poured into that woman like his life depended on it. But when Papoose found out, it wasn't just the act. According to insiders, 2 days after the event, Papoose was called by a hotel security manager to inform him of 2 high-profile visitors' strange conduct. He thought it was fraud at first, thinking that maybe someone had used his card, but what he found was much worse. A USB drive was sent to his door anonymously, in a manila envelope with the words, "Watch this alone." The video on that drive demonstrates precisely what you're afraid of. Papoose, who has always been known for his calm demeanor and subdued reactions, reportedly fell to his knees in the middle of his living room while watching the video. One source claims he remained silent for over 3 hours, claimed that when Remy tried to call her, she chose to post a mysterious Instagram story with the caption, "Sometimes silence is protection." Protection from what? the truth. Because this isn't just some oops situation. This is strategic scandal. Like someone was planning a soft exit from a long-term marriage without filing any paperwork. And now, thanks to a nosy hotel worker and a very talkative flash drive, the whole world knows. And fans aren't holding back. Reactions on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok are abundant, with comments like Eazy, the home wrecker captain. It took Papoose 6 years to hold off. It's 2020 now, looking back. Black Love was officially cancelled. It was a nuke USB. Not only was the treachery stunning, but it was also a movie, a Netflix series based on true events. Not to mention that triangle tension has previously ensnared these three. Recall last summer's battle rap altercation, when reports circulated that Remy and Eazy were too friendly backstage. Or the 2020 Forbet Awards, where Papoose appeared depressed. In every photo, although Papoose seems to have been the only person without a copy of the screenplay, the really unsettling thing is that, if this is what leaked, what else was preserved? Someone who clearly wanted this to blow up leaked the entire surveillance drop. The tape was acquired from a private employee-only security database, according to the anonymous uploader, and when it reached the shadowy parts of Reddit and a few Telegram channels, it was like a grenade thrown into the most committed relationship in hip-hop. So, was this a one-time error or the culmination of something colder, longer, and deeper? And then the video actually came to light, just when you thought that was enough. We're talking about timestamp running, 2 angles, night vision, and an audio feed. At 11:47 p.m., she puts on her hoodie until she closes the door, then she puts her bag down and removes her jacket. After 20 minutes, Eazy walks in without knocking or hesitation, as if he has a key or has been there before, and she is pacing and looking nervous. Then the part that silenced fans begins. The two greet each other in what appears to be a very familiar way, not a handshake or an embrace, but a slow, purposeful kiss that suggests this isn't the first time they've crossed this line. The kiss lasts for nearly 12 seconds, long enough for even the online skeptics to stop defending it. He was never supposed to learn this way, you know, not when he learns. Perhaps he is aware. This was not how he was meant to learn. Because it was now a deliberate betrayal rather than merely an error. That one sentence completely upended everything. A planned secret between two individuals. The bedroom. The lights in the corridors go out. After an hour, motion is detected. In the video once more, but this time the audio is crucial. Eazy mumbled a line, which was picked up by the microphone clearly activated by movement, shocking everyone on social media. In his own marriage, he had been portraying Papoose in a supporting role. The internet didn't stop there, but the video did. Hours after the video was leaked, it became popular. Even verified accounts chimed in, as one unknown rapper posted on X with the hashtags #Remy and Eazy #Papoose deserves better #see August Hin for K #Black Lois dead. The way she gazed at him during Chrome 23 was visible to all. Quit acting like this is something new. This isn't just messy, it's evil, a battle rap blogger wrote in a tweet. Let's not pretend to be surprised that Papoose gave that woman everything, and she gave it to Eazy. We were not paying enough heed to the warning that had been there for months. People cheered, but now that he's been dropping coded bars for almost a year, his laugh sounds natural and open. As fans were busy interpreting songs online, the inner circle was already reacting to his statements, such as, "I built my brand on loyalty and flipped it when they weren't loyal back." According to a person close to Remy, a stylist who allegedly collaborated with her on set last month, she had been emotionally estranged from Papoose for months. Dangerous game. Messing with a queen who still has a king at home. She never smiled when he was around, departed early, and answered calls by herself. He appeared to be her manager rather than her husband. But then Eazy came along, and everything was different. A second person from Eazy's own group, who wished to remain anonymous, claimed that they had been dating since the beginning of the previous year and that everyone was aware of it. Papoose was the only individual who did not receive the memo. and they weren't even attempting to disguise it from the camera. At this point, everything goes really bonkers. An incredibly realistic yet fake snapshot of alleged text exchanges between Eazy and Remy began to circulate online. It hasn't been confirmed, but it includes things like "Remy, I'm afraid of hurting him." Another message, time-stamped just a week before the leaked video, reads, "Simple, you did already, just not allowed. It doesn't really matter if these are true or not. The damage has been done. The audience believes them, and that's all it takes." In the court of public opinion, Papoose, on the other hand, has seemingly gone completely dark. No press, no posts, no statements, just one mysterious unfollow. Remy Ma's page, and she unfollowed him in return within a few hours. Until further notice, we will not be posting. Please respect their privacy was written as the screen's caption. Similar to the Zapruder movie, the entire internet is busy downloading that video, watching it in slow motion, and analyzing the timestamps, body language, and facial expressions. Additionally, if you thought celebrities would keep quiet, you were wrong. That same evening, Fat Joe went live on Instagram, saying, "When you let a little flame play too close to the fire, don't cry when the house burns down," without mentioning any specific individuals. Meanwhile, Ray's former rap rival Lady Luck shared a meme of a hospital bed with the caption, "Papoose right now," after seeing that recording. The public has already made up their minds, and Remy isn't on the winning side, but the question still stands. Why now? Why release this footage now after all these scandals? And just when it got any more savage, 2 days later, a fan caught Eazy at a local bar drinking and taking selfies with people as if nothing had happened. There was no apology, no silence, and no regret. We'll find out next. Some say it was a hotel employee who wanted to get even, while others believe it was someone close to Papoose who wanted him to know the truth without speaking. Some crazy theories even suggest Remy leaked it, unknowingly ruining a marriage she had already emotionally left. Whatever the truth is, it's buried under years of pretending, late-night rumors, and layers of lies, and the consequences haven't even begun yet. After all, what happens when public betrayal turns into legal repercussions? When does private footage become a weapon? When does the most loyal man in hip-hop decide he's finally had enough? According to sources close to Papoose, his team is already consulting legal experts, not only for divorce but also for reputational damage. Word has it that he had signed multiple brand deals centered around black love, loyalty, and hip-hop, as well as a scripted relationship podcast that was weeks away from production. All of this was reportedly paused, however, and one insider leaked a screenshot of a production. Let's talk about the aftermath because it's not just emotional, it's legal, financial, and potentially career-ending. Email in which a sponsor retracted their support, stating, "This recent press does not reflect the ideals that our brand stands for." Remy Ma's most dedicated fans are also demanding that she step down as creative director, claiming that she blew it up from the inside after building a foundation on loyalty. She may have thought that her troubles were over after serving her jail term years ago, but this betrayal has led to a second public trial, this time against the culture instead of the legal system. There is also criticism of her Chrome 23 battle rap league, as 2 confirmed ticket holders have publicly posted refunds with remarks like "not supporting cheaters is divided. It is not your concern." Some people are endorsing her by saying things like, "Women deserve freedom too," or the old saying, "You never know what goes on behind closed doors." However, that's exactly the problem we have now, because of leaked security footage, hushed audio, and a breadcrumb trail of unfollowed and deleted communications. Those doors are wide open, and what's within is turmoil rather than loyalty. It would seem that the uproar would put Eazy The Block Captain's rap career on life support, but in a strange twist of fate, it's actually making him more well-known. A controversial snippet of his next freestyle, although it is a crown, loyalty has no real meaning. He is leaning in. No apologies, no backing down. And for a lot of admirers, that's just fueling a fire that may either burn him down or make him even greater. Multiple insiders, however, claim claimed that Remy and Papoose did more than simply share love. They also shared business, joint accounts, houses, and investments in entertainment projects. Lawyers, contracts, and potential court dates are all involved if a legal separation is about to occur. Additionally, fans are documenting rather than merely observing. Unlike a leaked video of Remy and Eazy, people are repeating clips of Papoose discussing love and fidelity on social media timelines that have turned into archives. It is intentional, harsh, and taking place. This is more than just a betrayal. There is a financial tie. Remy may lose more than just the respect of the public if Papoose chooses to file a lawsuit. She might forfeit her assets, equity, and the sole right to future initiatives that they jointly funded. Papoose allegedly left their shared home in the interim and went into a different residence in New Jersey. A neighbor claims that he has been seen going for nighttime walks by himself, wearing headphones and avoiding conversation. According to a second insider, he declined a reality TV offer this week to speak out in public, saying he has no interest in using suffering as material. But the surprise is that other networks are allegedly vying behind the scenes for the first exclusive with him as whispers of a tell-all interview begin to spread. The internet pauses while they talk. We haven't seen this kind of betrayal since Lemonade. But the irony is even more startling. Papoose, who stood in the background and cheered for Remy during her comeback, raised their kids, protected their home, and publicly forgave her legal past, is now being treated like a supporting character in his own story, and people are sick of it. One comment that went viral says it all: he gave her loyalty, and she gave him content. Let's look ahead. Since there are speculations that Papoose is hiring a lawyer to preserve his reputation in addition to getting a divorce, citing emotional suffering and defamation by association, as well as the unauthorized release of private footage that some believe was intentionally released by a member of Ray's staff. If this is true, it suggests that this is more than a controversy and could develop into a formal lawsuit. Remy has also stopped talking altogether, sharing only a black and white Instagram quotation that says, "Let them judge you. However, don't let them stop you." A bold declaration from someone who just got the harshest penalty imaginable from the internet shame, but worse than that, they weren't simply a couple, they were a brand. They served as a benchmark, but now that benchmark has vanished, been ruined in a single night, and been revealed by a single tape, and it is remembered by a single question that still plagues everyone who witnessed it: how can one betray someone who would never have betrayed you? The saddest thing is that Papoose left because she had already left, not because he no longer loved her. A greater story is conveyed by the video, The Quiet and the Whispers, one about how public love may degenerate into humiliation under scrutiny, one about how one mistake can become a source of laughter for everyone, and one about how even the most committed hearts can be transformed into possess-breaking points, and in this instance, those points were a hotel bed, a camera in the corridor, and two individuals who thought no one was watching. The world now knows that they were wrong. The video, the whispers, the heartache, the man who gave all and the woman who gave it to someone else, the quiet, the smirks, the 7-hour treachery behind a hotel door, you've seen it all. It was exposure, not just infidelity. But was this always the plan, or was it karma? Was Remy Ma the temptation, the fallback option, or did he approach a moment fully conscious and effortlessly? Above all, what actions would you have taken if you were Papoose? Would you have fought back, forgiven, or vanished? We're reading your comments, so please express your opinions there. There will be more videos coming, so if this made you nervous, please subscribe. However, in reality, this is only the beginning, as no one is innocent in this world of lies, love, and loyalty.